This is an all-original novel on my YouTube channel. I call this A New Life for Lucas. It targets children, but adults may enjoy this as well. This is Chapter 1. This is a book made specially for YouTube and will be read aloud so that both young children and adults as well can listen and enjoy it while doing other things, such as cleaning the house or maybe eating a snack together. You can read it yourself by simply muting the YouTube volume control. You can skip to a new page of each chapter at any time by simply moving to the next minute of the video. You can also slow this video book down if you need more time by pausing the video to catch up or reread a portion of the book if needed. A New Life for Lucas is just about to begin. Thank you for watching and enjoy. Tears fell from Lucas's eyes. His heart felt torn, like it was being ripped apart by two of the people he loved most in the whole world. While Lucas knew that both his mom and his dad loved him very much, seeing them do this divorce thing they called it was the hardest thing he had ever done. He didn't understand why Mom said she loved Daddy, and Daddy told him that he also loved Mommy. But yet, here they were moving into two different houses and trying to explain to him that he would live with his mom, but only see his dad every second weekend. To Lucas, it just didn't make any sense at all. He couldn't understand it, but here he was sitting in the back seat of his mother's car about to leave his dad for almost 2 whole weeks. The last of his clothes and toys he was taking to his mom's new house was in the trunk, as well as a few other things his mom had sorted through from the house that he had lived in all his life. Also in the back seat next to him was his little sister, Ava. She was 4 years old, and she was the biggest spoiled brat to ever live. At least that's how Lucas felt about her anyhow. She always got whatever she wanted, so it seemed anyways, but the biggest problem Lucas had now with Ava was that she sat there beside him in the seat giggling and seemed happy to be moving into a new house, without Daddy. Lucas couldn't understand how she wasn't sad to be leaving their father here all by himself. Wouldn't Daddy get lonely? What would Daddy do every day after he got home from his workplace and on the weekends when he didn't have Lucas and Ava? Lucas's dad stood now on the front porch and waved to them, and he was even smiling. Lucas was pretty sure that his dad was just trying to smile so that it wasn't so hard to say goodbye today. Lucas quickly wiped the tears away from his eyes and forced the best smile he could at his father, and waved as his mother backed out of the driveway. The drive to their new home wasn't very far, but this particular trip seemed to take forever. Lucas sat there and tried to think about something else, so he wasn't so sad. However, all the stuff today that seemed to be coming into his head just didn't cheer him up much at all. He was going to be starting the 4th grade at a brand new school that was so much bigger than his old school, where all of his friends would be going to. Lucas couldn't help but to be scared about going to school the first day and not knowing anybody or having any of his old buddies around. That day was coming in only about 3 weeks from this day, and that meant he only had 2 weekends left of his summer vacation. He couldn't help but to smile a little smile, though, when he thought of his last weekend of his summer being his first weekend that he'd get to spend with his father. He couldn't believe that he already missed his dad so much, because it had really only been just a few minutes. Lucas felt his mother looking at him from the front seat through the rearview mirror as she made the turn onto the street of their new home. "Are you okay, honey?" she asked. Lucas wanted to tell her no, and just tell his mom to turn the car around and go back to their real home, and for her just to tell his father she wanted to stay there forever and never leave. However, Lucas knew that it wouldn't work, so he just shrugged his shoulders as if in doubt as he looked out the window from the back seat. "I know this is hard on you, Lucas," his mother said, "but I promise you that you will make a lot of new friends and that every day will get easier." Lucas hoped that his mother was right. He really hoped that every day started to get better and easier than this day had been, because darn it, this was the hardest day he had ever seen. He was just 9 years old, but he hoped that he never ever had another day this sad again the rest of his life. As his little sister Ava cheerfully exclaimed, "Yay, we're at our new house, Lucas!" Lucas couldn't help but to smile at how cute and happy she looked, but he felt a tear escape from his eye and roll down his cheek. "Aw, don't be sad, Lukey," Ava said as she looked at him still smiling. She always called him Lukey when she thought he was sad or sick. Even though some of his friends might have hit her for saying a name like that, Lucas never really cared. He had to admit, if only just to himself, that his little sister was a little bit cute sometimes. When Lucas got out of the car, his mother came from the trunk and she wrapped her arms around him from behind. Her arms felt loving and so nice, actually, as she embraced him and ran one of her hands through his sandy thick hair. "Your father and I both love you so much, Lucas, and we are both always going to be in your life. Your daddy is just a few minutes away, and you can always call him any time you want. We are both very, very proud of you, sweetie." For the first time today, Lucas felt a real smile form on his face with how his mom's hug felt from behind him. As he looked at their new house again with his mother's caring voice and arms still around him, Lucas felt better. Maybe it would all be okay after all. And that's the end of Chapter 1. Please be sure you share this video with people you think might enjoy it. Like this video if you like the video. And subscribe so that you get all my future videos, including new chapters of this book. Be sure as well, everybody, that you leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. This has been Zaxter99.